Welcome to the tutorial for finding the side length of a triangle when we're given an angle. What do we know? Well, let's look at triangle UWV. What do we know about this triangle? We know that side WV is adjacent to angle V. What else do we know? We know that side UV is the hypotenuse. And we know that side WU is opposite to angle V. What else do we know? Well, from our previous videos, we know that tan of angle V equals the opposite side length divided by the adjacent side length. So that means that we know that tan of 30 degrees is equal to WU divided by WV. And we know that WV is 5. So that's WU over 5.0. And we can go ahead and solve for this. So if we multiply both sides by 5, if you look here, I can cancel out my 5's, and it'll isolate WU for me. So that means that WU, if I go ahead and solve 5 times tan 30, I will get approximately, because I'm going to put it to one decimal place, so just to tenths, it's about 2.9 centimeters. So now I know that WU is 2.9 centimeters. Now, looking at this, can I determine the hypotenuse, this UV? Well, from Pythagoras' theorem, I know that UV squared equals UW squared plus WV squared. So if I go ahead and plug my numbers in, I know that UW is 2.9. I take that squared plus VW, which is 5. Take that squared. I'm going to come up with 8.41 plus 25, which is equal to 33.41. You might be saying, well, Miss Carla, I still only have UV squared. So in order to find UV, then I have to take the square root of 33.41. And that equals approximately, again, because I'm going to go to the nearest tenth, 5.8 centimeters. Now let's have one that you're going to try. Let's look at triangle YZX. We have YZ with side length 5 centimeters and angle Z with an angle of 70 degrees. Pause the video and come back for the answer. Welcome back. Now, again, we know that angle Z equals 70 degrees, and we know that YZ equals 5 centimeters, and it is adjacent to angle Z. We also know from TOA, our acronym, tangent is opposite divided by adjacent. So YX is my opposite, so I know that tan of 70 degrees equals YX over my adjacent, which is YZ. So if I go and put my numbers in, that means that tan 70 degrees equals yx over 5.0. I can go ahead and now solve for yx, and you should have gotten for yx 13.7 centimeters approximately. Now that we have yx, I also have yz, so now I can use zx squared equals yz squared plus yx squared. So if we plug in all our numbers, 13.7 squared plus 5 squared, and then we're going to take the square root of both sides, zx squared, square root of, this comes out to 212, you should have gotten 0.69, and that means that zx equals 13.7 approximately centimeters.